Diggs, I like the shirt. Looking good out there. Here we go.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Moments away, it'll be the Houston Rockets going up against the New Orleans Pelicans here at their home, Smoothie King Center. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. Now the starting group for the Houston Rockets. We've got Jabari Smith, Green out there with Thompson. Then it's Wendell Carter, and it's Whitmore in at the 3, the small forward. And for New Orleans, Ingram and Zion, your small and power forwards. And it's Grimes in at the 2. Clark, the assist numbers from these teams, just wow. They are always looking to make that extra pass.
And, you know, that kind of mentality, BA, is contagious. It really goes a long way. Everybody buying in to not just getting a good shot, but going from good to better to best shot.
So the Pelicans win the tip. Here's Ingram, and the shot goes.
Yeah, you know, he's slight of build, lanky and long and athletic, but he still finishes through contact, and he's not afraid to go in there and take the hit either.
Now here's Green in the game against New York. Very impressive. Some solid defense from Ingram. Pass to Grimes. Stolen by Carter. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Wow, Green looks almost unstoppable out there, crashing through the defense and getting into a shot.
Outside Ingram. Over Whitmore. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Thompson. Takes a turnaround Jay. No good on the shot. Ingram against Green. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. And that one's good. Williamson.
Brandon Ingram, very confident in his mid-range, Jay. He knows he can shoot from just about anywhere and get his shot whenever he wants to.
Smith. Good D by Williamson.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Here's Hawkins. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Grant, your first year in the league, 1995, the Houston Rockets were NBA champs.
Oh, BA, I mean, Hakeem the Dream made facing that team a nightmare. He was everywhere defensively, long and quick on his feet. That 95 Houston team was incredible.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Pass to Carter. Outside, Green. Now here's Smith. Here's Whitmore. 6 to shoot. Puts up a deep 3. And there's Smith. That one's good. On the assist by Whitmore.
Plays the 4, but he can really shoot it from deep. And when he lets it fly, that shows you the confidence he has in that shot.
He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
Thompson left side. Tipped. And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball.
Rockets ball.
It's stolen by Ingram. Here's Grimes. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. The shot misses. Thompson with some nice D. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Trailing by 5. Now here's Green. The D's right on him. Count the basket.
Green, because of his creativity and athleticism, carving up the defense with ease.
Pass to Grimes. Second chance effort. And that's 2 points on the layup.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Now here's Thompson. Still no points. Back to Green. With the 10-footer. And that one hits the back iron.
Great contest down low. Allowing no easy hoops is a winning approach.
Ahead. And that one's good. Whitmore.
Great dime that time by Smith Jr. there. You see the floor awareness really starting to improve.
Pass to Williamson. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
One thing about Jalen Green, his path to the NBA was through the G League, Clark.
And, you know, I think we'll see more and more players take that path, those who don't want to go to college. It's a really good way to enter into NBA-level experience early on. You want to get your feet wet before diving into the big time? That's a good way to do it.
First one falls. Well, Grant, going into these back-to-back games, do you think coaches are more conscious of the disbursement of minutes in the first game?
You know, they have an idea of the total number of minutes they want their superstar in over the 2-day period. But it really comes down to how this first game goes.
And both free throws good for Green.
Boy, I believe Green has all the tools to be a phenomenal scorer in this league. Just needs to continue to develop.
Williamson against Smith. Here's Ingram. And it's Whitmore with the rebound.
Boy, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
He got a piece of it. Here's Hawkins. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Back to Williamson. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. Williamson's got 8 points.
A monster down low. Zion is scary.
Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice.
I guess there's nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating here and there.
A nice shot by Grimes.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Smith. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. And that one's good.
I just love his approach coming into tonight. Focused and aggressive.
Here's Hawkins, giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game. He's checked by Carter. Ingram, the pass to Hawkins. Just 5 on the clock. New Orleans needs to hurry, late clock. The shot by Ingram, no good. The Rockets have got half their attempts to go, 6 of 12. Here's Whitmore. Soft touch off the glass. He has 6.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
Pass to Grimes. From behind the arc. The Rockets pull it in.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Now here's Green. He's got 6. Doesn't go in. 2 for 4 in this game. Here's Grimes. That one drops. 3 for 6 now.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Houston calls timeout. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Knicks.
And you'd have to think that luck played a part in that one. I mean, the opponent had an off night at the defensive end for sure.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
And a new group getting ready for the Rockets. Here's Harper. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Pass to Whitmore. Here's Boozer, covered by Williamson. And Boozer gets it to go.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Williams. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Up the floor. And Harper gets it to go.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. If there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Jones against Bryant. Out of bounds. It'll be Rockets ball. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Wendell Carter. Houston in the lead. Here's Harper. And that one's good. Whitmore's got 8.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Now here's Williamson. Defense right on him. Here's Harper. Oh, winning there strong and trying to power it down. But he drew the contact and he'll head to the line.
And, you know, under the circumstances, that's a good foul. Just can't let him have that throwdown.
All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
Well, it's all fast break points. Those easy buckets, they're so hard to come by in the NBA. So if you get a chance to run, you have to take advantage of it.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
Simonovic, he's checked in for the Pelicans. And a change for the Rockets. Easton's checked in. So he gets them both. And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. It's a 5-point game. Shot to stop the run. Deflected. Here's Harper, defended by Jones. Eason can't get it to go. Pelicans shooting about 47% during this first quarter. Here's Jones. That one is off. Excellent D there from Bryant. The Rockets shooting 53%, setting the tone right from the opening tip. Now Russell, 13 points in the win against San Antonio.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And now let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard and see the highest scoring teams over the last 10 games. 5th best, the Pelicans.
This team has been on an absolute tear offensively. It seems like they're able to find a shot every trip down.
the first one at the line is good. He's perfect from the line this time.
And they're doing a great job of earning their trips to the line.
Well, I love that attack mentality. Get in there and force the officials to make a call.
New Orleans calls timeout.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
And with great execution and the ability to finish, they're a top 5 scoring offense.
And just go back to their field goal percentage. They're a disciplined team. They run a smart offense. It's about finding high-quality shots, maximizing their possessions. Now here's Russell. No points so far. Outside Jones to get back on track. They get it back.
Beautiful effort on that tip in. High activity level is part and parcel of his game.
Pass to Bryant. Oh, Williams with the block. Bryant against Jones. Here's Simonovic. Outside Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Launches it from deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Houston ball.
The Rockets shooting with confidence in this one. 48% in the first quarter. Pass to Eason. The 3 is up. Avdia pulls it in. The Pelicans trail.
Clark, this kid has no fear at all. Tari Eason has that edge.
Yeah, you love to see it. You like to see guys with his athleticism and skill play with an edge, a competitive edge. I'm really excited to see how he continues to grow and develop as a player.
Pass to Williams. The Rockets pull it in.
Showing great intensity around the rim is part of why he's a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
2 fouls for him already. If he's not more careful, his minutes will be curtailed.
Houston has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Harper passes to Bryant. Right wing. Pass to Eason. Here's Harper. No good from 18.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Avdia attacking, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Bryant outside. The 3. Not going to go that time. And so it's the Houston Rockets finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. We'll be right back. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Rockets. Guys?
It's simple. Offensively, they limited their turnovers. Defensively, they forced turnovers.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
Here's Thompson. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against New York.
And, you know, that night his defense was remarkable as well. He was excellent at coming up with steals.
We've got Brandon Ingram. He's out there with Denny Avdia. And it's Grimes in at the 2. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now here's Ingram. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against San Antonio.
Hey, I know Ingram looks a little wispy and light, but his strength is deceptive.
And with load management, some say it's the team's job at times to protect players from themselves. How different is that from when you played, Grant?
You know, B.A., it's very different. I think teams now are much smarter assessing load and risk and looking more at the long-term big picture of their players.
Ingram, no good on the free throw.
You know, Ingram is quiet about the work he puts in after practice and before games. This is a guy who just never stops trying to improve, though, and that's shown up in how he's grown as a player.
Now here's Carter, still without a bucket. It's good.
The size mismatch makes that a high percentage look.
And here's Ingram. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Second personal foul.
Well, you combine his athleticism with his length and his skill set. The versatility of Ingram is hard to guard against.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Whitmore's checked in for Eason. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Houston in the lead. Outside, Green. Avdia pulls it in. Avdia's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the wing on the left. Here's Hawkins. Green covering. Takes one from 10 feet. Blocked!
Outstanding defensive awareness that time from Smith Jr. Excellent job wiping that shot away.
And the Pelicans miss again.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, the Pelicans have developed a tremendous chemistry. Coach Willie Green said, quote, all of those guys play the game the right way. They want to be unselfish and make sure their teammates are involved. We're really fortunate as a team that our top guys bring that mentality on a nightly basis. Brian?
Yeah, chemistry and leadership. They have it. Thanks, Allie.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
To the middle. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
Nice work, Smith doing a good job in the pick and roll there.
The Pelicans have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. This one for 3. Drops in the 3.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Inside, here's Green. Green takes it to the rack.
Green just levitates to the rack. A 40-inch plus vertical will allow you to do that.
New Orleans calls timeout.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
You know what time it is, man. I need everyone in the building to get
Williamson's checked in for Abdia. And a chance to look at the block shot numbers over the last few seasons for him.
And his shot blocking hasn't been nearly as potent as it was a few years ago. It's a shame, really, because his ability to intimidate the other team and be a big presence on the defensive end really gave his team an edge.
Here's Grimes, defended by Thompson. Clock at 6. Here's Hawkins. Nice form on the 20-footer.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Thompson. No made baskets yet. There's the drive. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Ingram with the ball. Now Carter defending. The Rockets have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Here's Smith. Kept alive by Houston, and they get it back. Tries yet again, and the layup is good by Carter. Carter's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggression.
Here's Grimes. He's got 6, and it's Wendell Carter with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Here's Grimes. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
And here's Green from the arc. Green's feeling it at the arc.
Gotta love seeing Green deliver the revenge 3-ball payback right at you. Great response.
And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
Wendell Carter Jr. Second personal foul. 14 foul. At the line for New Orleans, Bradshaw. One shot.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Pass to Williamson. Here's Ingram. To the wing, right side. Here's Hawkins. He's checked by Carter. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Carter. Here's the break. And there's Smith. That one's good. On the assist by Whitmore. Whitmore's got assist number 5 here tonight. Pass to Grimes. He's checked by Carter from 13. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
The mid-range jumper isn't the most popular shot these days, but it's working for them.
I love that mid-range shot. It's definitely given the defenders something extra to think about.
Thompson finds Smith. Outside for Green. Here's Whitmore. Outside Carter. Plenty of space. The offensive rebound. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. To the paint. Williamson inside. He's against Smith. Williamson misses. Houston has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Pass to Carter. The Pelicans pull it in. Coming into this, having notched a win against San Antonio in their last game.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You got to trust in the system.
Here's Green. Following the score by New Orleans. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
New Orleans calls timeout.
First in rebounding, and they've been the second best team in the league at protecting the rim. Size, instincts, want to, that's a recipe for a lot of block shots.
And they are #1 in rebounding for a reason. They pound the glass with aggression, and they attack the boards with a fearlessness. Now here's Ingram. Give him 8 points now. Releases from 15. It's good. Ingram's got 6 in the quarter.
What about those dribble moves from Ingram? I mean, really good at carving his way through whatever the defense throws his way.
Down low with more. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And, you know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Russell to pass to Jones. Shoots over Thompson. Jones misses. Houston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. To the inside. Gets it to go. Makes him 2 for 5.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Now here's Russell. He's scoreless. Williams up top. Pass to Jones. Thompson with the block. And so ball out of bounds. Thompson touched it last. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the New Orleans Pelicans. On Thursday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Karl Anthony Towns and the Los Angeles Clippers.
When you look ahead, there are a lot of winnable games, but you really can't think that as a player. You have to take every opponent seriously because this is the NBA. No game is a freebie.
Fred, you had an incredible career. 2-time college champ, 7-time All-Star. But tell me where owner ranks in your career resume.
You know, B.A., it's very fascinating. The main reason I wanted to open the door for other ex-players to get equity in teams. I do believe ownership groups should involve ex-players and listen to us, you know, and I think that is where the league is ultimately headed. Now shooting the 3-ball at almost 60%. They've been blazing this second quarter.
Offensive rebound. Outside for Ingram. Pass to Simonovic. Here's Russell. And it's good for 2. Russell's gotten his first bucket of the night.
You know, guys, whenever Russell attacks second chance opportunities like that, it's a big bonus.
That's tipped. Green against Russell. And here's Eason. Simonovic with the rebound.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Eason pulls it in. Houston has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Thompson right side. Pass to Bryant. Here's Eason. The putback. It's good on the putback. Bryant's got 8.
Great anticipation off the missed shot.
Oh, his timing was impeccable.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
To the middle. Jones misses.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Avdia's checked in. The free throw off from Eason. And Williams has got the ball here for New Orleans. Down by 15. Following this one, they get to host the Bulls. That game will be the 3rd of 5 at home. Now here's Jones. Yet to see a basket. To to the paint.
2 minutes remaining.
Outside Russell. A deep three. No good. Houston has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Here's Easton. Second shot opportunity. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And during the last month's worth of play, here are the top rebounding squads in the league. The Rockets, number 1.
And last month, this team was active on the glass. Really put forth an effort to box out and track down misses.
And he can't get the first one. Good on the second one. 1:46 left to play in the first half. Russell with the ball. Doing some damage on the offensive end. Putting up a little over 14 points a game. Simonovic passes to Russell. Clock at 6. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter. Still trying to find his rhythm.
No good, off the front rim. New Orleans has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Avdia, good. Avdia's gotten his second bucket.
What a move that time. Crossed up the whole building on that play.
Here's Harper, guarded by Russell. And Harper gets it to go. And the Rockets lead by 16. Well, New Orleans shooting about 45% during the second quarter. Avdia passes to Russell. Back to Avdia. Pass to Simonovic. Now here's Russell. Pulls it. And he can't get that one.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
From deep. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The Rockets on top, up by 16. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. A tremendous game we're seeing from Jalen Green. He had 13 points and 2 assists. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, the bench came in and helped them run away with this one. Tremendous job of getting loose, getting open, and drilling shots. You always want that spark off the bench, and these guys delivered.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
They're getting abused in the paint defensively, letting their opponents set the tone. Can't match up physically, you're toast. That's what the scoreboard is reflecting right now. Toast the butter.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Nice game. Great performance by Jalen Green.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. Smith out there with Wendell Carter. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Jalen Green. And it's Whitmore in at the small forward position. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul.
Even as much as we've seen him, we still marvel at the power of Zion around the basket. It's hard for a defender to deal with this kind of strength.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw is good. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Rockets. It's stolen by Ingram. Williamson looking around. It's rebounded by Houston. Smith's got his 5th rebound in this one. Ingram against Thompson. Carter on the wing. Shots blocked. And he's able to get it back. Here's New Orleans now. 15-point game. Pass to Ingram. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got his 6th rebound on the night. And here's Thompson for 3. Knocks down the triple. Thompson's gotten his 3rd basket of the night. The Pelicans shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. Here's Hawkins. Green covering. Outside Ingram. 6 to shoot. Pass to Hawkins. Lets the 3 fly. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Starting slow in this half. 0 for 3 so far.
Thompson outside. And the layup is good off the glass. Thompson's got 5 points in the quarter.
And they're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Put the first 3 misses behind them and finally ended their 3rd quarter drought.
To the left side wing. Here's Whitmore outside. Pelicans cleared away. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the 3rd quarter. Right side Ingram.
Charging foul.
Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. Taking a look at Houston. They have looked in control all season long. Aren't showing any signs of taking their foot off the gas anytime soon. And of course there's the Pelicans. 3.5 games behind.
You know, for New Orleans, they've been a real Cinderella story for sure. It's clear they believe in themselves. That kind of camaraderie is so valuable to a team's success.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
And so it's New Orleans with it. The Rockets getting their last shot to go. Here's Grimes, defended by Thompson, and he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there.
2nd team foul. At the line for 2, Quentin Grimes.
First free throw is good. No good on the second free throw.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
No problem for me with that call. He was still sliding right there.
Now here's Thompson. 11 points in the game. No good on that one. 5 for 9 in the game.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
And guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. He never lets a shot go uncontested.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Right side Green. From down in the low post, it goes. Green's got 15 points.
I don't think Green knows how to slow down or back off. Even with the defense right in his face, he's going right at it inside.
Here's Hawkins. He's got 6. He's checked by Carter. 6 on the shot clock. Steps back and shoots. Misses off the right iron. And it's Green with the ball for Houston. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. From 15 feet away, rebounded by Ingram. The Pelicans have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Pass to Hawkins. And here's Williamson. Here's Ingram. Give him that one. Now shooting 5 for 11 from the floor.
Well, no question about it. Ingram is in the zone right now, having no trouble getting and hitting his shots.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Zion Williamson is doing his homework. He said, quote, I watched a lot of old school players and I tried to figure out their mindsets. And all of their mindsets were the same. People remember winners. So whenever the time comes for me to be done with the game of basketball, I want them to say he was a winner. Guys, he's on his way.
So true. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Smith. Carter.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
Ingram into the lane. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And they get it back. And he comes up with a bucket. He's got 12.
They've struggled, but hey, you cannot lay it at his feet. Offensively, he's getting it done.
Now here's Green. 15 points in the game. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Here's Whitmore.
That's where Brandon Ingram's huge wingspan comes into play at the defensive end of the floor.
New Orleans making some changes. Avdia, he's checked in for Zion Williamson, and Russell is subbed in for Grimes. Now Ingram. He's got 12. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
Brandon Ingram, a big-time leaper who can dunk it down with power and with ease.
Here's Thompson. He's got 11. Pass to Whitmore. Back to Thompson. 4 on the clock. Over Russell. And another miss by Houston. The Pelicans have gone 5 of 11 in this third quarter. From the top of the key, and he hits the jumper.
Having more of a set shot motion than some other players, Russell calmly knocking it down.
Outside, Green. Oh, he gets it to go. 7 of 13 now.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And that's how it goes with him. His hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
It's blocked. Down low. Oh, Green with the gritty bucket inside. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Houston?
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
Russell, the pass to Ingram. Knocked loose. Here's Whitmore. He's got 10. The three-pointer off the mark.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And we may have an injury here. That does not look good.
And you guys know that this is something every player worries about, no matter your age or your ability.
Yeah, you know, aside from some of the player protection rules, which have been of benefit, a lot of it just comes down to what the body can withstand.
So both teams making some changes here. Stretching the floor makes all the difference. Let's see which teams do the best job of it. In third, New Orleans.
Instead of just bombing away, they work hard to create good looks from beyond the arc.
For New Orleans, they've gotten 6 of 14 shots to drop in this third quarter. Russell, the pass to Simonovic. Now here's Jones. Here's the floater. Got a hand on it. Here's Smith. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And for Smith Jr., it's really about being aggressive inside. That's what's going to help him earn these calls.
Shooting for Houston, Jabari Smith, taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he drops the first.
And Smith has a really smooth and relaxed shooting form, but just like a lot of young players, I think the key is going to be him becoming more efficient.
Both shots good from the strike. Boy, the Pelicans have really had a tough go here. Russell deciding where to go with it. Pass to Simonovic. Right side, Russell. And rejected. Smith outside. And here's Bryant. Here's Harper. Give him 8. Yep, that one goes. Harper's got 10 points.
Really textbook use of the dribble, getting inside to get his work done.
Here's Simonovic. No points yet. Here's Avdia. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Houston has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. And it's Eason penetrating. Smith in the high post. He's got 13. The Pelicans shooting 35% in the third quarter. Here's Avdia. Oh, they get a hand on it. Eason with a steal. Inside. Here's Smith. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Outside Russell. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Smith's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Eason. No luck on that one. Jones with some nice D. Well, New Orleans shooting 40% from the field in this one. A moment here for an injury report.
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer for New Orleans provided some info for us. He shared with me that it's a sprain to the elbow. They've got plenty of ice on it right now to hopefully keep the inflammation down. There will be no return to the floor tonight, and it sounds like recovery period is going to last a little longer than they were hoping for. Guys?
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Grant.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
Here's Jones following the score by Houston. That three's off the mark.
Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today.
Harper passes to Bryant. Let's go with a three. Drains the triple. Bryant's got 11.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Russell. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Protecting the rim well. Love the hustle. Grimes, he's checked in for the Pelicans.
Mark Williams. One shot.
There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter here. Here's Green. Shakes off strong D and gets to the bucket for 2 points. Green's got 8 here in this quarter. Now here's Russell. Tight defense on him. Pass to Simonovic. Right side Russell. Shot clock at 5. And again, New Orleans, no good. Houston has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Green with the ball. Outside Eason. Here's Harper, guarded by Russell. And here is Green. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's Jalen Green making highlights for Houston. He's been effective on offense, racking up 21 points so far in this contest. Back to the game after this break. And now let's listen in to Ty Lue in the huddle.
Tracking, all right? Track, come on, be aggressive, all right? Let's move the ball, let's swing the ball, move body, drive and kick, all right?
Staying focused on the task at hand. Coach Lue urging his guys on.
Yeah, all about focus and how you execute. When this team is playing together, they're dangerous.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. The Duke connection alive and strong with Ingram and Zion at the 3 and the 4. And it's Williams in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
That's simply a gimme for a player of his caliber. I mean, the defense cannot allow that.
Outside, Green. And he banks in the layup. Green's got 10 points in just the second half.
That time the defense all up in Green's business, but he can get physical just like they can.
Pass to Grimes. Williamson inside. The rebound by Carter. Carter's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Whitmore, covered by Ingram. Here's Harper. Well, from broadcasting to team ownership, heading USA basketball, Grant, what drives you to do so much these days?
Well, B.A., I'm an active guy, and I had a great playing career. But the things I wasn't able to do because of the injury, I think, left me even more motivated to excel and try new things in this next chapter of my life.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball, following the score by Houston. Here's Ingram, right through the D for the layup.
I think it's critical that Ingram's confidence continues to grow. I mean, and I think possessions like that will only help him moving forward.
Here's Whitmore. Offensive board. Tries again, and he sinks the layup. Whitmore's gotten 4 this quarter.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Pass to Grimes. Now here's Williamson. It's rebounded by Houston. Carter's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Boozer. Takes a 3. Williams grabs the board. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. And here they come. Here's Harper. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Thompson, he's checked in for the Rockets.
Thompson.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Pass to Whitmore. Outside, Green. And another miss by Houston.
And just not allowing the shooter to get comfortable from mid-range.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night. A hand in your face on every jumper.
Here's Green. After the Pelicans picking up a basket a moment ago. Here's Whitmore. Here's Boozer. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. That'll be a second foul of the game. All right, the Rockets making a switch here. Smith's checked in.
Substitution for the Rockets. Jabari Smith.
Thompson outside. And he lobs it up. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Once it's up in the air, they trust Carter will come down with it. Did he ever? Boy.
And the call will be against Brandon Ingram. That's his first foul of the game.
After being so smart with the ball in the first half, he's gotten a bit careless.
Now here's Green. He's guarded closely. And the bucket is good. Green's got 12 points here in the second half.
Excellent job by Green finishing through that contact.
Hawkins, the pass to Williams. Now Ingram. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Whitmore's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Out to Thompson. Pass to Smith. And here is Thompson. And the officials will call the illegal screen here. And such great talent in the league, Clark. But the All-Star game last season, not the most competitive. Does that need solving?
It certainly needs attention because the game has dwindled from anything near competitive for a decade or more. I've not been a fan of it because it's basically turned into a glorified layup line. And I don't think that reflects well on the game. I know the fans enjoy the engagement and the weekend, but the game itself needs retooling in a big way, in my opinion. You know, you look at Ingram, and he's slight of build, and some folks question whether he could be an effective inside scorer in the NBA with every bucket like that. Those questions are being answered.
Knocks it down from distance.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Williams. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Now here's Jones. Here's Ellis. Outside Jones. Shot clock at 6. Here's the teardrop. Goes back up. Rockets with a rebound. Smith's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Out to Oladipo. Pass to Smith. Bryant with it. Thompson outside. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Here's Long. Rebounded by New Orleans.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because he got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
On the wing, Jones. Defended by Thompson. Releases. Second chance shot. You're at 7, no good.
Showing great intensity around the rim is part of why he's a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
You know, Clark, one thing that stood out the last few seasons is the number of blockbuster trades just before the deadline.
Yeah, I think it's part of the league being a year-round league. I mean, that's a huge time on the calendar for the league when teams are looking to make moves to transform themselves or improve themselves. But you're right. The number of big trades have been more prevalent recently. And some of that is because of the power the players have in terms of facilitating movement.
And he makes a first.
You look at Oladipo, and he is really embracing his role as the leader of his team. He's a ferocious competitor, but also a compassionate, good teammate.
Simonovic, he's checked in 4. You're at 7. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Pelicans shooting 33%. This hasn't been their quarter. Jones in the post, covered by Bryant. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Nails it from 3. Ingram's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, Ingram has been an all-star because he doesn't have to dominate the ball to score. He's a sharp shooter who's very efficient in his offensive game.
Now here's Smith. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Ingram against Bryant. Ingram, the pass to Ellis. And here's Jones. Back to Williams. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Oladipo. Rebounded by Ingram. Ingram's got his 7th rebound here tonight. To the left wing. Here's Ellis. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Smith. Pelicans cleared away. Simonovic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Ellis. Covered by Bryant. Ellis, good. Ellis has got his first points of the game.
Oh, man. Carving this defense to pieces with the drive. Well done.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And I heard Giannis Antetokounmpo say he would have loved to go to your alma mater, Grant, because of all the tall and skilled players that have come out of Duke.
You know, B.A., I'm not sure he mentioned me on that list, but certainly nice to hear that from Giannis.
And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Jabari Smith.
Yeah, and it's not surprising. He's really going at the defense inside throughout the entire game. It's just showing the D no mercy whatsoever. They constantly were feeding him the ball, clearing out, and letting him do his thing.
I'm telling you, the added pressure of the road really brings out the best in him. You can tell he enjoyed playing so well in front of an unfriendly crowd.
Determined, nitty-gritty play by Smith, not allowing that foul to stop him at all.
Shooting for Houston, Jabari Smith at the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Second free throw, no good.
Finally getting himself to the free throw line. He was sitting back in the first half with no free throws to show for it.
Pass to Russell. Here's Grimes. 4-3. They get the rebound. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the Rock inside and convert.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Now here's Thompson. Here's Whitmore. Covered by Ingram. And another miss by Houston. New Orleans is gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Here's Russell. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play.
At the line for your Pelicans, D'Angelo Russell.
One shot.
Guys, it's always good to see a young player start to mature in front of our eyes, and Russell has been that kind of guy. He's done a great job figuring out how to become a better leader.
Now here's Green. Up and over Russell. And that one's good. Green's got 6 in the quarter. Well, the Pelicans shooting 41% in this game. Green against Russell. Blocked! And they'll get another chance. Here's Ingram. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Rockets. Houston has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. And he lobs it up top.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
Avdia passes to Ingram. Here's Russell, and there's the rejection. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession here. Pass to Grimes. Just 4 to shoot. Williamson outside.
Smith with a nice job on that defensive stand. His length, really an asset.
Now here's Thompson. He's covered closely. No good from 11 feet.
He was so well positioned to interfere with the shot.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
With the assist.
1:52 left to play in the fourth quarter. Grant, you look at the league's basketball-related income. Players and owners split it about 50-50.
You know, BA, that's why they call it a partnership. You talk about a shared interest. The NBA has really become a leader by example in all of professional sports.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Williams is checked in for New Orleans. Simonovic comes in for Williamson. Both free throws good from Thompson. 1:50 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Williams. The ball's knocked loose. Russell to pass to Avdia. 5 to shoot. Here's the 3. Hits the trifecta. Avdia's got 5 points now in the quarter.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Rockets.
In today's game, you need to shoot it well from three. That was the difference maker.
Exactly. And the defense didn't rotate out quickly enough to disrupt their shooters.
And tonight's win will give them an even 40 on the year.
And after failing to win any of the first three contests against this team, they needed this for their confidence. A big win against the Pelicans.
And they got a lot of great solo efforts tonight, but probably none bigger than the performance for Cam Whitmore.
Gotta respect the leadership he showed today, made great reads, and distributed the ball accordingly.
Now here's Green. Bryant, the pass to Thompson. Back to Bryant. It's Thompson, high post, over to the left wing. The Rockets again can't hit. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Avdia, covered by Bryant. Step back shot from deep. The Rockets pull it in.
The shooter thought he had enough space, but the defender was right on him.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. So long, everybody.